what is up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of your podcast, guys. In today's episode, I am going to reveal one thing that can make or break your business, make or break your sanity and your happiness, okay? If you get this thing right, then you will be able to have a peaceful and I'll say prosperous life and business, okay? So, without further ado, I'm actually going to dive into the subject right now. And this is something that I am going through, and my fault, nobody else's fault. And that is the reason why I'm able to tell you about it. Okay, so the thing that I want to tell you about is positioning. Okay, the positioning of your product, of your brand, etc. We underestimate how important this thing is. Up until now, I just underestimated it. I never actually paid too much attention to it. And I did pay the price, right? And I'm going to explain basically the mechanics. Now, what we usually do, let's say you're creating a new product or something, you are going to sometimes brainstorm the product name, trying to come up with something that, sounds cool, intriguing, or sounds, wants people to open their wallets. Okay, so we'll spend, a little bit of time working on the name of the product. All right, and also what we usually do, and again, I'm guilty of this as well. I've done in the past is you will go out and you will look for what is the market where you have the highest amount of people, and how do you write a product name that appeals to that so that it drives so many people over to your offer. Okay, could be that at home you've done that as well. I have done that as well. Okay, and I'm here to tell you this is a big mistake. Okay, because there's a whole lot of things that I did not anticipate that happened afterwards, usually unpleasant stuff. Okay, so what do I mean by this? I mean that we do not spend any time working on the positioning of our offer. So here's the thing, the positioning, you're like, okay, what does that even mean? So the positioning will dictate the types of people that are actually going to flock to your offer. And the type of people that flock to your offer is going to determine the amount of stress that you have, the amount of problems that you have, and the continuity of your business. Now, if you get the right people, then you're good. If you get the wrong people, because you've just done the wrong things, then this is where hell breaks loose. Okay? So just to give you an example, I'll give you my personal example here. So I, for the longest time, I have positioned my products or my services in the wrong category, the absolute wrong category. And for that reason, I did attract people that I don't necessarily want to attract, but it wasn't their fault, it was mine. All right? So for example, my specialty is building systems. I build systems that are going to replace you in your business so that they run while you are out there doing something else, whatever it is that you want to do. It could be sleeping, it could be at the beach, it could be traveling, or you could basically decide, hey, I don't have to do the operational stuff, then I'm going to focus on the strategy, which is what I do now, right? Back in the days, when I studied the systems, well, what I was doing was I was traveling all the time, right? It was cool. I like traveling, blah, 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 but there is a point after which I was like, oh, you know what? I like to be settled and stuff. And I'll be very honest with you guys. My systems are doing the operational work that I should be doing. And right now, I'm focusing on the strategy. I'm focusing on the creativity. And I'm focusing on just like my passion, which is, hey, let me come up with something else that I can invent. And, stuff that I can improve and stuff, because I have all the time to do it. And so that is the kind of like the essence of what I do today, right? So this is what I like to do, is build systems. Now, these systems for the people, so there are some people who join my mastermind, all right? When someone joins the mastermind, they will learn these systems. And they will basically be able to do what I just told you here, which is instead of doing the operational work, they will do something else, okay? And so the mission and the value proposition of what I do is I give you your time back. I give you your life back, all right? Now, there's a byproduct. The byproduct is what? The byproduct is now that you have 24 hours during the day to basically work on the strategy, replicate businesses, think of, oh, am I going in the right direction? Is there any other opportunity that I can pursue, etc.? The byproduct is that in a lot of cases, you will end up making more money, okay? But that's not the main objective of the mastermind is not this. The main objective is to free up at least 80% of your time, right? And naturally, if you have more time, there's a very, very good chance that if you use that time for your business, you're going to make more money, okay? So that's what I've seen. People who implement the systems, then they end up making more money, but that is not the primary objective. The primary objective, again, as I said, is to make sure that you have a kick-ass lifestyle where you have peace of mind that everything is done without your intervention and you save time, you get your life back, okay? But again, as I said, the byproduct is that you're going to make money if you use it as I explained before, right? But it's not the main thing. And the problem is, and it's my fault because of what I told you before, oh, let me see where there's so many people and stuff. Let me phrase it like these other offers and stuff. Now, I start attracting people whose primary objective is the money. I want to make money like now, right? And they get access to great information and they complain, well, but how does that make me money? Where is the money? I signed up 2 days ago. Well, where's my $1 million? You know, and stuff like that. And now you have to deal with those people, okay? Now, it's not their fault. It's yours. You brought those people by having the wrong positioning in your, I'm moving this because there's like a magnet that's going to fry my hard drive or something. You brought those people, okay? And that's why I was saying the positioning of your company is going to dictate the number of headaches that you want. Because when you have to deal with people like this, people, like if you bring the right people, people will understand, here's what I think. I think my peace of mind is priceless. It is priceless. You know, the fact that I wake up in the morning, there's nothing specific that I have to do. I can choose what to do. I have all the time in the world. It's way more valuable to me than money. And the right person who joins the mastermind will understand this. They will be like, you know what? What I'm after is a life. I want a life. I don't need more money or something. If I have more money, then by any means, good. If I don't care. Even if I keep the same amount of money, but I work like 80 times less, 80% time less, I'm fine, right? And so I'm going to attract those people who are actually going to appreciate the exercises that are in there. They're actually going to put it together, right? And to actually do it, and they're going to get the results. Whereas if you attract the wrong person, now they're going to complain. They're not going to do it, and they're going to complain because they're looking for something that you are not providing, okay? And so that's why it's so crucial to get your positioning right. You know, because, you know, otherwise you know, again, you end up in trouble. Now, you might be like, well, okay, but how do I choose that positioning? What do you do? Okay, here's what I think. I was thinking about this just before sitting at this chair, you know, because sometimes I brainstorm stuff and I tell you about stuff that's happening to me right now. So I'll say the best way for you to determine your positioning is to look at what is it that you can guarantee. I can guarantee you this, okay? Now, if you cannot guarantee something, then that shouldn't be the positioning, all right? So one thing I can guarantee you that in my mastermind, everything that I teach in my mastermind, I have tested, and if you do it, it works. You will save time, a lot of time. I can guarantee you that process, and I can basically, how do you say, like, put my hand on fire or something like that. I don't know if that's the expression. In French, we say, like, cut your hand or something. It works. Now, can I guarantee you that, you're going to make money? No, I cannot. And nobody can guarantee you that you're going to make, like, the money offers are like, yeah, you're going to make this, blah, 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 etc. It's very hard to guarantee. It really depends on how much effort you put in. So there's what you put in, okay? And that's the reason, let me explain why I know that what I'm doing, I can guarantee it, okay? Because in the money offer, so there is you, but there's the market. And the market actually dictates if you're going to make money, yes or no. It's not you, all right? Now, in an automation situation, productivity, efficiency, it's you. It is you. There's no outside, blah, blah, blah. It's you. You do it, it works. And so look at what is it that you can guarantee. And that should be your positioning, okay? Second thing is, you need to understand that the positioning is going to create expectations in the eyes of whoever joins, okay? And these expectations are going to trigger responsibilities on your end, okay? Now, do you want to be responsible for these things? Right? Like, maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe not. So, for example, I have a data company, okay? So I was debating on, so I had to pick like a brand name and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, what name should I get and everything? And this is the first time I actually did this exercise. That changed everything for me, because there's two different things. You can be in the lead generation business, or you can be in the data business. And it's very, very different things. So even though from the surface, it's the same, the mechanical process behind is the same, it's very different. If I'm in the lead generation business, you expect me, my work, to do your sales. You're looking at those numbers like, well, where are my sales? Blah, blah, blah. And now people are on your back all the time. Yeah, I didn't make those 30 grand that you said and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah. The burden of making the money is on you, okay? You as the provider. Now, my company is a data company. I can guarantee the integrity of the data. I can guarantee the process to find the absolute best data that you need specifically for your business, right? And I deliver that data to you. Now, there's so many components that will dictate why you're going to make sales. So is the copy good? Are people doing there's email copy, there's follow-up, there's a sales page, there's the cart, and then afterwards there are the upsells. And then you need to talk to people on the phone. Do you actually call those people? What do you say to those people in the calls? Do you send them the proposal, blah, 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 promptly, all that stuff. All of this stuff is going to impact whether you're going to make money or not. And all of a sudden, because my company is a lead generation company, now you are basically placing all that responsibility on me. This is not responsibility that I want, right? My thing is, and what I can guarantee you that the data that I'm providing you is the data that has gone through so many different processes and tools that I have, it's been verified that if you do the right thing, it works. I deliver that to you. That is my job. Obviously, I can help on the other things, but it should not be my responsibility. You know what I mean? And so when you understand this, and it's very recently that I really understood the importance of this stuff. So I'm not telling you, yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years and you guys are idiots and you haven't done it. I have done the same thing as maybe some of you guys for the longest time. And I can tell you that I've done recently that exercise of thinking, do I want to be in the lead generation business or do I want to be in the data science business? And the data science business is what I want to be in. I can guarantee you that this data is the data that you need. It has gone through the process and everything. Now, the rest, like the sales, the blah, 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 which is implied in the lead generation, oh, you need to be doing this. This is not something I want to be responsible for, okay? So anyway, I hope that makes sense. Have a look at the positioning of your company or your product and I will talk to you in the next episode.